Today we're at the Econet headquarters where we're just witnessing a wonderful thing happening here with Mr. Mboweni, the Econet CEO, and also joined with us is the Acting General Director with the Wildlife and Park, Mrs. I forgot your name again. Miss Romana Nyawa. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time. Thank you so much, Mr. Mboweni. Thank you. Mr. Mboweni, just in bit for the short for the benefit of our viewers, can you just explain to them what has been happening here today with the donations, concerning donations?
I think what you are seeing here is basically us as Econet, but also as citizens of this nation, the beautiful nation of Zimbabwe, taking up our responsibility of defending what we believe is a noble cause, defending the heritage that Zimbabwe has been blessed with by God, and that is defending our animals. So these vehicles that we have donated today are going to, we believe, go a long way in terms of contributing to the care and management and protection for our animals. And we are very excited by that.
Mrs. Nyawa, how do you feel about the donation of the new cars?
We are so very excited because, as you very well know, we've been looking for corporates to support us so that we can actually undertake the conservation work that we have to do. And everyone is very much aware of how short we are of resources. And mostly vehicles will enable us to actually move around and protect the resources that we are mandated
We are so much worried about what's been happening. We've had headlines and deadlines of the cyanide animals are being killed. I do not know how technology, Mr. Mboweni, can be used, especially to save and resuscitate our animals. Have you considered working together, especially on issues of tracking animals, the RFIDs, to actually monitor our animals as they are moving around in real time to try and safeguard them, especially against the poachers? How can we see technology, the technology that you already have, and these experts that are actually taking care of our animals, integrating together to help and save our animals?
Absolutely. I think one thing which is quite clear today is that technology has enabled us to be able to connect not only people, not only devices, but even animals also. So in other words, we can actually come up with devices that can be put on the animals, for example, or at specific points within our parks, for example, which can feed back information. But the main message for us as a technology company is that we listen to our users and then we come up with the technological solutions. We are here to put together the technologies required to bring the necessary solutions on the table. So certainly, yes, we will be working with our colleagues basically to make sure that we understand what the needs are. And I have no doubt in my mind that the technology is here for us to provide the solutions.
In terms of coverage, I understand that most of these animals in the wildlife parks, we are talking of remote areas, locations. How is our coverage, especially your coverage as Econet as a service provider? How are you covered, especially in all these remote areas where we have the animals which are actually vulnerable?
Sure. I'm sure you would have seen the statistics in terms of telephony in this country. Penetration has exceeded 100%. What it means now as operators, we are now looking at those areas that have not yet received signals. We will make sure that the signals reach them. So what are we wanting to see? We desire to see a Zimbabwe that is 100% connected. In other words, even those areas where the animals are, they must be connected. So that the people who are looking after our animals can communicate. And if need be, we can even put devices on the animals, including even the plants, by the way, so that at least we can communicate with not only the people, but also the natural animals, the vegetation that we have in this country. So work is still ongoing in terms of actually expanding our infrastructure in the form of base stations. And mind you, in some of these areas where there is sparse population, one base station can actually cover a radius of 70 kilometers. Yes, so it can be done, and we will do.
Well, what I understand the Econet, you are a technological company. What inspired you to actually venture into this wildlife support? What really made you see value of doing this and donating the cars?
Well, you see, we are beneficiaries of what has been handed over to us. God has created us for us, this nation, including its animals, the rivers, the mountains, and everything that we see. It is our responsibility to look after those assets that have been given to us. So what motivates us is the fact that It will come a time when we will have to depart from this earth and hand over to our children, who will hand over to their own children. We must be responsible citizens. That's the message.
Ma'am, we have the technological people here, and also, I do not know, do you have any other problems that you have identified that you think technology can actually solve? I think maybe this is the best opportunity maybe to Ms. Mboweni also as a technology cover. Which problems do you think you probably have identified that you might need to throw to him to also help, especially with the animal protection, signage, poaching, and this whole activity that's been happening lately?
Yeah, exactly. We've already been communicating with Econet. Our biggest challenge is communication. Most of our parks, like you say, they are in remote areas. And sometimes you find that there's no network in a particular place because we deploy rangers to various bases. And if they do not have connectivity, they have to walk long distances to call for help. Just a case in point, in Wange we lost a ranger sometime in November who was trampled on by elephants. We're close to one of our bases. So one of the rangers had to walk 10 kilometers to go and call for help. And by the time the vehicle arrived, the person could not talk, he was still alive, and they took him to Wange hospital. And by the time they got there, they passed on. So I believe we should not have lost that ranger if our communication was good, so that our reaction can be as fast as possible. So we need to partner with people so that at least we can react as soon as possible. And when you send out a ranger and is assured that when he calls for help, you'll be there, it actually motivates him. It gives them confidence that they can actually protect this.
All right, Scuba, maybe last views or last comments to our viewers that you may want to send home there for our online viewers.
Not really, but just to share this passion for wildlife. People have to realize that this is God-given. It was given to Zimbabwe as a country. And as we've always been saying, Zimbabwe is beautiful. Most of the animals that you see here are not found in other parts of the world. So we need to safeguard those animals so that the future generations can also derive pleasure in watching those animals.
Yeah, I would also emphasize the fact that this is not just the responsibility of a few individuals. It's a national responsibility for every citizen of this nation. We have technological platforms that are existing now. For example, using the EcoCash product, any individual can actually contribute whatever contribution they want to give to the national parks. And so we will make sure that there is a code that is registered, well known, so that anyone who wants to contribute to this national cause can do it with ease and with convenience. Thank you very much.
All right, our viewers, this is all that we have today from Mrs. Romana Nyawa, the Acting Director with the General Parks and Wildlife Management, and also the Econet CEO, Mr. Douglas Mboweni. Thank you again for taking your time to watch this short TechnoMag YouTube videos. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.